Okay, friends, welcome to another episode of our Dance with Polarity. So we are learning to dance with our polarity. So today we are going to talk specifically about meditation and polarity. So I'm sure all of us are meditators, I'm assuming. We meditate, right? And do you feel a polarity in meditation? That's my question. Do you feel a polarity when you meditate? Yeah, you do. Okay. So I will talk from my observation, what I feel, what is polarity, and how I see the two polarities. So we are sitting for meditation and we have a lot of thoughts. Oh man, so much of thoughts, and they want to scratch our body, then we want to move our body, and then we are thinking of our past, we are thinking of our future, and maybe some emotion comes up. All these things, all these sensations, all the five senses, and you can call the sixth sense. According to me, I call it the feminine, the divine, the Shakti, divine feminine, Shakti. I call it Shakti, right? So whatever we can perceive with our senses, even subtle senses, also the extrasensory perceptions, including the extrasensory perception, which we call energy sometimes, it's all Shakti, feeling bliss, or, feeling like a sensation of, oh, wow, it feels like great. There is a tingling in the spine, including not only the difficult experience, but the good one also. So anything that we experience, anything we can perceive with our senses is Shakti. Even the Kundalini experience, right? Sometimes we feel the Kundalini rising at our back, there is a shiver at our spine. And who is watching all that? There is somebody who is registering all that, right? Yes, I have an experience. And when many people say, I have too many thoughts, I'm not able to meditate. But I tell them that great, that you are aware that you are having too many thoughts. You are aware that you are not able to sit for a long time. So who is aware? That is the consciousness. That is what I call Shiva, the divine masculine, right? So the divine masculine is the Shiva who is watching, who is being aware of what is happening. Shiva is at the base of everything, at the background of everything. And, the masculine is present, aware. And the feminine is a lot of things, the good, the bad, the emotion, everything that is coming up. And there is a dance happening there also. Yeah, because we come into this feminine experience and then, okay, I'm meditating right now. I'm not supposed to go and get lost in this experience. Let me come back. Again, I come back to my breath. Okay, now I'm aware. Yeah. So, okay, then I feel blank. I feel nothing. And then again, oh, I have some sound outside, or some people, I don't know if you have, I'm sure we have all heard about this white noise. Sometimes the white noise is there. There is some noise inside our ear. So external noise, internal noise. External, of course, our eyes are closed, so we don't see anything outside. But internal side, we might have a glimpse of what we did today, or maybe some random glimpse of something. So the eyes, how we are seeing, smelling, we can have different kind of smells coming. Taste, right? Sensation in our body, the feeling of the temperature, or maybe we're feeling hot, we are feeling cold, and maybe we will feel there is a rotation in the body. Sometimes when we are meditating, there is a slight movement in the body. There is a movement, and then we can also feel the energies. Sometimes the energy is rising, it's falling. Sometimes the energy is going down, going up. So you see, from the gross till the subtle, we are experiencing the Shakti, right? And meditation is about going beyond this dance of polarity. So, many of us are stuck with the dance here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. This is how we all learn to meditate. These are the stages. But eventually we have to cross these, all these, I won't say distractions, but I feel it's an extension of our experience. Like, okay, we are consciousness, then the consciousness expands to different kind of sensations, different kind of experiences, right? So we go into the experience, we come back to the consciousness. So Shiva and Shakti, Shiva and Shakti. It's also happening when we are meditating, right? And I believe that no matter how much we talk about these subjects, only the mental understanding is not enough. It's, it's one part of having an understanding about it mentally, but if we are not meditating, if all these experiences are not making us turn deeper inside, that we become more silent, we are going more deeper, we don't absorb these wisdom, right? So we take up the wisdom, we study a book, we are learning here about the polarity, the masculine, feminine, but until we sit and soak inside this wisdom, it really doesn't go deeper inside. And it doesn't integrate. It just remains like a mental phenomenon. And more when we practice meditation, uh, because you see, suddenly we want to apply polarity, and we want to have a great relationship with our wife or husband. It won't happen suddenly. We need to have a practice of doing it at a certain time, so that, okay, when we are facing a partner, and for example, there's the man is so angry, and the wife doesn't know what to do. But then if you have the wisdom of polarity, then you know how to hold the space, what the man needs, because you have started finding your inner masculine through your meditation. You know about presence, right? So you know what the external man is about, how to hold the space for him during a fight or during anything, how to have a better relationship with a man or a woman. How do you do that? So I feel meditation is the best way to balance these polarity, to learn about this polarity. And it is like an innate knowledge that comes. We start discovering what is this masculine, what is this feminine. Because see, a mother, when, okay, her job is to care for the child, to nurture, to feed the child. But even the mother has a masculine quality for the child, right? She has to discipline the child. You have to eat right now, you have to sleep right now. Can everybody hear me well? Okay. So this discipline, that you have to go to bed at a certain time, you have to get up and study, all this, the mother also has a masculine side to it, right? She has a feminine side, which may be more, but she has also a masculine side. For the child, mother is both masculine and feminine, right? And if the mother is a meditator, she will be able to do this even more better, right? So a mother, a husband, a mother-in-law, every relationship has these two dynamics always. The mother-in-law has her son, her husband, her daughter-in-law as the feminine. So she needs to understand her inner feminine, her inner masculine. Otherwise, you see this toxic feminine thing also starts coming. Toxic masculine starts coming, right? The Sas Bahu ka war, which we understand, right? So that comes from this toxic femininity, because sometimes the mother-in-law has not discovered, or the daughter-in-law has not discovered the inner feminine qualities, the divine feminine. So she doesn't know how to connect to another feminine, right? And it's a problem of not connecting to your inner feminine, to your inner divine feminine. You have not been allowed to explore much of the feminine. Even for men, it happens. Men can be very insecure with other men if they have not discovered their own masculinity inside, right? And how do we do it inside? Because see, gender and these things we have learned from outside in. Somebody has told us, society has shown us, that the advertisement have made our brain to understand, oh, this is male, this is female. Okay. Have we discovered these things inside out? How many of have done that? I doubt how many of have really discovered masculinity and femininity inside out. Most of have done it outside in. Okay, this is how a man looks like. This is how a female looks like. This is how we are supposed to behave. This is what we are being taught in our classrooms, in our with our parents, our teachers, right? So the more we meditate, the more we start imbibing these qualities. And I feel there is no, for me, it is the best way to cultivate the inner masculine, the inner feminine, these two qualities, right? Because if you are a meditator, you are definitely facing this polarity there, because you're trying to be aware and then you get lost in your thoughts. Oh, this happened, that happened. Oh, then, no, I shouldn't think right now. I'm meditating. So let me bring myself back. Who tells you that? That's the masculine quality, right? So Kali, I was talking about the dark feminine in one of the sessions. Kali is a dark feminine, right? She has a deep wisdom inside her, because she's chopping on the head of all the rakshasas, and she's taking the head, chopping everyone and clearing. But when she's chopping, she has forgotten to stop. She forgot to stop. She's so much into her chopping. Now there has to be a male who has to come and tell her, it's enough, stop. It's enough. Enough of chopping you did, now stop. Chopping was required, right? So the Shiva comes, he runs from the cave. All the gods came and worshipped Shiva. What? Please go and stop Kali. She's chopping. She's in a chopping mode, right? Please stop her. And Shiva goes. He was meditating in the cave. He ran from the cave. He sees Kali chopping, and he says, there is no way I can stop her. He lies down. He lies down. And Kali, in that mode, she comes and she steps on her beloved's chest. And she said, oh, what did I do? Right? So Shiva is required to remind the Kali, the divine feminine, even the dark feminine. Dark feminine has a quality in it. It's not the toxic feminine. Right? And maybe I'll talk about this in some other session, but I was just giving an example of how the masculine feminine runs. So if we are, so dark feminine can be something like, if I'm experiencing a lot of emotions in my session, in my meditation session, why do I always get into this emotion? Why do I always feel like that? So that can be, we can say that this is something that to be thrown away. But if we can embrace it and say, oh, this is something that is coming. I didn't bring it, but it's coming. Let me embrace it. If we can really embrace this darker side of emotions, for example, it can be like, we will find a deep wisdom inside that, because intuition or all the extrasensory perceptions are hidden there, right? So we have to transcend our emotions to do that. So to transcend, first we have to embrace it. Always we have been told, throw away. So even in meditation, we are doing that, right? In meditation, oh, thoughts are coming. Why are emotions coming? I shouldn't be into any emotion. I shouldn't be into any thoughts. Meditation is not about chopping everything. Meditation is about embracing everything. Yes, it's there. Let it be there. Why do I have to throw it away? And then if we can really embrace it, so the problem is we dropped the war. We are not fighting with it anymore. And once you drop the war, you are allowed, the deep mystical doors starts opening. So even for a man, if a man is feeling angry, or he is somewhere, his mind is, because for the man the mind is very active. Yeah, for the woman the emotions, the feelings are more active. So if for the man the mind is so active, why why do fight with the thoughts in meditation? Why do we are struggling with the thoughts? Oh, this thought shouldn't be there. I shouldn't be thinking. Embrace that. Embrace that dark masculine, the whatever is coming. Embrace the thoughts. Embrace your mind. Accept. So once we accept, we drop the resistance. We drop the fight. Once we drop the fight, we can grow above it. Until we are fighting, we can't grow above it. Right? So whatever is coming is okay. And am I able to sit with that and do nothing? Absolutely nothing. We're not going into the stories. We're not cooking stories. We're not making khichdi, pulao of our thoughts. But we are just embracing what is coming in the meditation. Right? And we are sitting with it. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like you are saying that lots of emotion, because actually I'm also meditating for the past 2 years. So previously it happened, whatever you explained, I already gone through that. But now what happens ki no emotions is coming, it's all blank. Like, so sometimes I got confused. Oh my God, why it's all blank? Like you are saying, oh my God, why all emotions are there? So oh my God, why I'm so blank? No emotions, nothing, I sit and sometimes I go into very deeper, but
very good. So blank, blank nothingness is a state of the masculine. Divine masculine is like a zero state. And sometimes if you are in a feminine self, you think I'm a female, I should have emotions, I should have feelings. And it's very hard to embrace your masculinity, right? So possibly if you are getting blank, that means you're getting the divine masculine in you. So the masculine is becoming more stronger. Now you're getting rooted, you're getting centered. You can be blank and you can just sit and do nothing. Yeah. So that this quality is emerging in you. Yeah. So there is, so I feel it's the most beautiful state. I mean, people do struggle to get into a blank state, right? So you have that, but again, the mind comes, oh, why am I blank now? Why I don't have emotion? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong, right? It's a phase. So we also move from, it's very beautiful. We move from the masculine to the feminine, again, the masculine to the feminine. It's like a wave. Again, you will get into a place where again, a lot of emotions and things are coming. Again, that phase also goes. Yeah. So Seemaji is asking, how is the masculine nothingness? Seemaji, can you ask this question? Like, I didn't understand. Because the masculine quality is about nothingness. Feminine is about fullness, The feminine, yes, it's a quality, right? So the masculine is always looking for nothingness. He's looking for freedom. He wants to be free from everything, be like a zero, right? And the feminine is looking for everything. She is everything. She wants to be full all the time. Full. Right? So hence the polarity, hence the dance. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sibaji. So any other questions anybody has about this? And I think we should, take like a stretch of our meditation for at least 40 days to feel meditation, really. Yeah. At least 1 hour, or according to your age. So if you're 30 minutes meditation, if you're doing, then you're 30 years old. So according to your age, if you're 40 years, 40 minutes, 60 years, 60 minutes. If you're a child, 10 years old, 10 minutes meditation. So if you do it for like continuous 40 days, then you will feel like a shift. So sometimes, some things are not happening in your life. You can take a stretch. You say, I want this in my life. Let me meditate for 40 days. I will do it. So our mentors, they say, I have learned meditation from Brahmashi Patriji. And he says that if I want something in my life, I take a vow, okay, and do 40 days meditation, sits, meditates. Still he doesn't get it. Okay, I still didn't get it. I'll still meditate on that. Again, he meditates. I still didn't get. Still you didn't get, still meditate. Don't leave it until you get it. So you can put intentions, right? And this will also tell you, is this your passion or not, right? So this is how strong meditation is. And we do this very simple meditation, Anapanasati meditation. Just you sit, close your eyes and observe the breath. That's it. Normal, natural breathing, right? I will post a YouTube video where I have, guided in the Anapanasati meditation. I'll post it in the group so you can have it, and you can take a stretch of like 40 days and see what happens. Put an intention. This is what you want, right? Because what we want is not manifesting. Why? Because of this polarity. There is no balance in what we are asking, and sometimes there is no clarity in that. So there is not like a amalgamation happening between the masculine and feminine with what we are wanting. Yes, Nana.
So if we have to manifest something, we have to be on focus. We have to be clear on what we really want.
Exactly.
So if it is happening in a polarity also, if we so then how can we manifest things if there is polarity?
See, first is we don't have clarity what we want, right? So if you don't have clarity, you can sit and meditate on that. See, what you say is, I want to do this job or this job, for example. I want this relation or that relation. I want to get married, I don't want to get, whatever it is. So you take that, okay, what is good for me? What is the highest good for me? I want the highest good. Okay, I meditate. Now, when you're meditating, you're not thinking, oh, what's the highest good? What's the highest good? What is happening to me? You're not imagining all of that. No, you just put an intention and you just sit and meditate. You do nothing. Put an intention and just meditate 1 hour or whatever.
So is it like clarity is something when we are coming above this polarity?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe you can say the polarity are dancing together. They are in sync with each other. The masculine and the feminine are together. That's correct. So you are both the energies meet together. They are in harmony with each other. Husband and wife are loving to each other. They are in harmony. They're together. There is a love. Then the relationship is beautiful. Why are we not manifesting things? Because there is a difference between our thought and our heart. There is not a good relation between our thought and our feelings. So when we meditate on it, we get clarity. Okay, is this something for me or not? If this is not something for me, then what am I looking for? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Nana. Did I answer your question? I'm not sure if I answered your question. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Aditya, Seema has a question that if I have more masculine, how do I feel more feminine?
Okay. So I have more masculine. How do I feel more feminine? So if you have, okay. Again, because today is a class of meditation and polarity, I would say meditate. Take a 40-day stretch. It will balance your polarity. So we do have a little more of masculine and feminine. All of us have that. And maybe if you have masculine, sometimes you are born for something that requires a more masculine work. Nothing to shed that. But again, you can also be feminine when you are with your man, or you are with your child. You can be your feminine. We don't have to use that all the time. We can divert it when it's required, right? So I'm with a small little child. How can I be like so masculine? It's not required there, right? For example, if you are a feminine and you are with your lover, you want to be feminine, right? You want to be appreciated like a feminine. No matter how much all women say that they don't want, I don't want my man to open the door for me. But you would love if your man open the doors for you. You will like that, no? Yeah? But when I am independent, I can open my door, I can do everything. But if you are treated in a nice way, you will like it, no? All women have that in their heart. So you want to also have a little, some extra attention from a man. Everybody likes that. So it's not that you are dependent on that. You celebrate that. That's it. Thank you. Can I sit for meditation at night frequently, late night? That's the time. Yes, yes. Any time is good for meditation. So there we don't have to be thinking that, oh, I missed my meditation in the morning. How do I meditate in the evening? Any time is a good time to meditate. Why we say Brahma Muhurta? Okay, it's silent and nice. If you are able to do that in Brahma Muhurta, great. If you are able to do it in the evening, great. But that shouldn't be our excuse that I'm not meditating because I missed the time. Whenever you get time, you meditate. But we meditate. The regular meditation is, I think that's the alpha and omega of spirituality. If you're thinking we are in a spiritual path and then we don't meditate, then we are not spiritual. No, I don't call it spiritual. We are just like intellectuals, philosophical. So philosophical, I don't consider that, like if I'm like a philosopher, I don't think a philosopher is equivalent to spiritual. No. You can have a lot of philosophy. You can have a lot of knowledge. Pandits have more knowledge, but I am not sure if they can be like real spiritual people. So knowledge is different. Spirituality is different. You are realizing your own self. Some people are so realized, they can't speak, but they are so realized. They don't have much knowledge to share. So very simple people, but they're so realized inside. So realization is very different. Yes, Richard G. That's what you're saying. That's your excuse. Wonderful. Now you will meditate. Great, sir. Great. Yeah, we shouldn't have any excuse for meditation. Whenever you get time, you are traveling in the train, or you're traveling in don't do it in the car, please. If you're driving, don't take me otherwise, people. No, not while driving your car, but yes, if you are traveling in the back seat and you have some time, please meditate in the traffic. Whenever, even 5 minutes meditation, sometimes you take a dip, close your eyes, take a dip deep down into it. Say, I'm going to get into the depth of my mind. Sometimes when I'm doing workshops, I have to keep traveling and I'm so tired, and how do I get energy? So just 5 minutes meditation. Okay, I just give intention. Let me go dive deep. So all the Shakti gives me the permission to go deep. She doesn't disturb me. So we need to go down to these distractions also, not to, hey, I don't want you, like that, right? So have a embrace a feeling, have a respect to this Shakti also. And then the Shiva thrives. And Shiva says, I want to just go deep and go into that nothingness, how, Bhumi was describing nothingness. And just take a dip there, be there for 2-3 minutes and come back. You come back so fresh and recharged. So this will happen when you are a regular meditator. It may not happen if you're just starting. So if you want to take a 40-day stretch. Take a 40-day stretch, not a single day you miss. And then you see that there's a big leap that you will take and your energies will come into a balance. All the masculine, feminine will come into a balance. So this is the best way to balance your masculine, feminine polarity. There are other ways, but today we are talking about meditation and this is the basic. So I wanted to bring this topic. So thank you, friends. Anything else, Deepti ji?
No, I think that was beautiful. I think my takeaway from today is that anything in life, embrace instead of resistance, because we tend to resist everything that comes to us, good or bad. Even the good things we try to resist. But I think the key point here is to embrace what comes and then see how you can coexist and move ahead.
Right. So I thought Bhumiji was giving an example that I go into zero state, but why am I zero? Now I am sure here, a lot of us has tried, we are really trying to get into zero state, right? Now she is in that state, but still, why am I zero? Why I am nothing? Why don't I have pains in my body? Why I feel bliss? Why is there bliss in my life? Yeah. So sometimes the mind is like that,
That's what I'm saying. I think from childhood, we have been taught to resist everything that happens to us without realizing what is good, what is bad. Kuch aaya hai, jhagda karo, ye acha nahi hoga types,
Exactly.
It's like, anyways, but I think it was nice. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see all of you.
like explain more of like the dark side, dark feminine also in the coming classes, because
Yes, yes.
we always discuss about the divine feminine, toxic feminine and all, but this dark feminine part
Yeah.
we haven't heard
Yeah.
about.
So they are a little scary to discuss. So, these,
Okay.
yeah. So sometimes you need really a deep, we need a more time, because, this half an hour, like some tidbits of information may go misleading. So maybe, I generally do that when I have long hour of classes or I'm doing some workshops. Then you need to know the entire thing, because there is some understanding that are required. So maybe we can plan that out sometimes, where we can go more deep down in the subject. Yeah,
We could look
Deepti
at
ji, we
a
can.
we could look at a half-day workshop or something if there are people who are interested in going deeper into the subject. We could look at planning a half-day workshop.
We can have something like a dark masculine and feminine. Like we can see, how to manage things, or how to handle the darker side of this. Yes.
Okay, chalo. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you all next Monday, 7 p.m. Bye.
Thank you, friends, for joining.
Bye.